CISD is seeing an increase in failing grades. The superintendent says more secondary students are behind this year compared to the same time last year. KXAN's Sarah Rahman reports most are virtual learners.
I was extremely confused because I usually have good grades.
But when Javier Rodriguez got his progress reports last week, that wasn't the case.
All of a sudden, he was a 64 for two missing assignments with 100 at every other grade in that class.
It was a surprise for many families.
I have a daughter who is an all-AB student, failing 5 classes.
Even the Hays CISD superintendent.
I was a bit concerned because we have about 30% higher than normal failure rates.
He says most of the failing grades are for virtual learners in middle and high school.
Trying to figure out if we have issues on our end as far as reporting the grades, or if the students are not finding assignments on Schoology in a timely fashion, or if they're just not doing the work.
For the Cunninghams, they didn't even realize they had missing assignments.
The work will be inside of a folder that's inside of a folder that's inside of a folder that's inside of a link. I mean, it's endless.
The stress of navigating emails, apps, and software was too much, and the Cunninghams left the district they loved last week.
It was becoming traumatic to my kids and even myself.
The Rodriguez family realized some of their submitted assignments didn't go through.
I think that this first 9 weeks is just kind of trial and error for everybody. For in-person learners, for parents, for virtual learners, for staff.
With his grades back up, Javier has also learned another lesson.
It's not going to be super easy. We're just going to have to try to adapt to our current situation.
Tahira Rahman, KXAN News.
Hays CISD says they're calling all families with low grades to find out exactly what's causing them. The superintendent says they're also making a video explaining how to create shortcuts so it's easier for students to find their homework. He says there's still time for them to complete their assignments and get their grades back up by next Friday. That's the first UIL grading eligibility cutoff period for the school year. We're taking a closer look at this issue and exploring solutions across the country with a team of journalists. How is the pandemic disproportionately affecting certain students right now? And what can we learn from others working to make sure that communities that learning continues? Pandemic pass or fail, solutions for education equity. New stories starting Monday on KXAN and on KXAN.com.